This goes out to you.
I am a real American.
Spartans, what is your profession?
What is up, comic fans, and welcome to New Comic Book Day. Why? With comic news. All right. So first off, C3 is coming. They're going to auction off some of these really cool hearts during the C3 celebration, as well as some really cool comics. So make sure, face my microphone, which is not even plugged in. That's great. But I'm sure you guys still hear me. Make sure to tune in to C3 and pick up some really stuff to help with the fight against cancer. I wasn't sure where I was going with that. I was going to say help C3, but what we really want to do is help the fight against cancer. All right. Looks like the mic is working now. Maybe. All right. My computer's over here chiming back and forth. A dongle somewhere must be loose. All right. So we came back. We went to New York Comic Con this week, or this past weekend. Thursday. I was there actually Wednesday to Sunday. Wednesday is typically a pro/press/retailer day. Then the fun starts on Thursday. Thursday used to be like a special preview day, like a pro day type thing. The pro stuff has since changed a lot, but yeah, sorry. I like to be more in the darkness. The pro thing has kind of changed a little bit or a lot since from what it used to be, especially now with the addition of a VIP pass, which has gone up exponentially over the last few weeks. I gotta turn something off, but there we go. The Pro Pass has gone up exponentially in the last couple of years. I believe the first year it was out is about $400 and change. Now it's about $900 for New York Comic Con. So whatever. But with that happening, it's kind of forced, or the pros have kind of been issued to the side so that they can cater more to the VIPs. So it is what it is. But a lot of good news came out of New York Comic Con. So let's get to that. If you are a Invincible fan, they did tease the next upcoming season of Invincible. So that'll be cool. They did talk about possible spin-offs coming out of Invincible. So that'll be real cool too if you're an Invincible fan. And they did add a new cast member. Lee Pace will be playing Thrag, who's from the comics, leader of the Viltrum Empire. And that'll be in season 4. And it looks like this may go up to at least season 5. So we're looking at 4, if not 5 seasons of Invincible with spin-offs. So let's see. Damien Darkblood was teased, by the way, at the end of season 3 as coming back. So we'll see. We'll see where the Invincible stuff goes. other news out of New York Comic Con, there is a new Game of Thrones spinoff coming. And that was one of the earlier things that they did at New York Comic Con. I believe that was on a Thursday. It was the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So Westeros, we will have a return to Westeros coming up. Stafford's in the house. What's up, Stafford? Yo, Stafford, I got at New York Comic Con, I got lucky and pulled a slab of I won this in a contest. It's a 2024 Pokemon. This is the Japanese Eevee. Looks like an EX card with the raw. I didn't open it up out of the package yet. But Gem Mint 10. Whatever this thing called Lucky Vault, but this was at the this was at the eBay booth. So yeah, that was pretty dope. Yeah, and then so they did what was they did a pack battle. So a bunch of us were around and they gave us all packs. And they said whoever pulls the card worth the most wins that slab. So I also got a card, pretty valuable card as well. So here it is. Venusaur. Japanese. So this card won me that other card. Here's the rest of the deck in case you're wondering. It wasn't very many cards in here. This is what it came out of. And then that was the big pull out of that pack. So yeah, I got pretty lucky. Pretty lucky. Yeah, it won me some Pokemon cards. I mean, I've been getting back into cards, and for a while I did grab a few packs of Pokemon, but I haven't done that in a while. So that might have reignited me buying some Poke packs in the future. Put a sleeve on it. Oh yeah. We got sleeves. Yeah, I've had that actually in a it's been in a top loader, oversized. So Christina, what's up, Christina? Christina, I didn't mail out the heart yet, but I want to show you something. I'm definitely going to send some pictures, but I wasn't supposedly this is a chase card. So I think it's like a $60 card or something like that. Crazy. I've been having it. I've had it in a top loader though, Stafford. So it's been pretty well protected. But now it's in a sleeve. Christina, I worked on the heart. It's still not finished to me, but I've been working on it. So it's kind of got the squinty eye thing, like he's staring at you. So I think the last thing I want to work on is the eyes. So we're gonna do that. But this but he's got the squinty one eye, so he's like, oh. So we'll get that mailed out soon. I just wanted to work on it, and make it something bigger, something better. Thanks. The original heart looked like. Oh, it took forever to get that right. So that was the original heart I did, and now we're here. So and it's always kind of had the squinty eye. I just made it more pronounced, squinty eye, and then the regular eye. So it's like staring at you. So almost done. Got to finish up the eyes, and then we'll probably call it a day. Ran to Michael's and got some supplies and really tried to make it something more than what it was. And I kind of like the pencil work on this one. Don't get me wrong. I love the pencil work, but I wanted it to pop. The colors, I wanted the colors to pop. And so we really went to town. You know, I had to fix some of that pencil work in there. I left a lot of the original pencil work in the new heart, though. So yeah, he is a little hard. If you look at guys like Alex Ross, when they do like the webbing on his costumes, they're very minimal with it, but they can get away with it because Alex Ross is more about like contrast and light and dark. And then guys like Todd McFarlane put it in so much web work into the costume. But yeah, and then his poses, his physiology, he's just not a character that normally that makes doesn't move like a normal human. But like this here is Alex Ross, if you look at the picture on the screen. So he very much, does not do all this extra webbing. A couple of webs here and there on the costume, and it really plays out nicely. There you go. Very limber and symmetrical. Right? What's up, Brian? Brian LCS is in the house. The CBC Awards, the voting has stopped. So now we wait to see who the big winners are. So that'll be very, very interesting. All right. I guess the last bit what did we talk about? We talked about some Westeros. Right, we talked about Invincible coming to the screen, so that's about it. But I was at New York Comic Con; those were kind of the big things to come out of it. There'll be another season of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Wonder Man had a trailer during New York Comic Con, so go check that out. Daredevil's being worked on. Another season of X-Men 97 is coming out. If you're an Avatar fan, there's an Avatar video game coming out. Star Trek Strange New Worlds gets a season 4. So lots of news. Star Wars books. Oh, Vertigo's coming back for DC, the Vertigo title. Hasbro's making lots of toys. So that's it. All right. Let's move on from this and let's get into the real reason you guys came. Let's bring to the stage. Oh, Birdman's here. What's up, Birdman? What's up, Will? What's up? Everybody's cheering for Aaron. Aaron. And you know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to bring Aaron to the stage. and we're gonna keep the party going. You see the new Wolverine game coming out? Yeah, that game's been in production for a while. That should be cool. All right, let's do it. Let's bring the stage. What's up,
What's up, Will?
Aaron? My long lost buddy. What's up?
You had fun at the con, didn't you?
I did. I've been gone for so long. I was like, we got to get back into this. We got to get back in the seat. Ooh, what do we got there?
A couple ASM keys in the mail from my friend Captain Strange Life, Hans.
Nice.
And I'm so excited about this.
So here's something really sad. Me and Aaron, we did a trade. I have yet to send Aaron any books, but you know what the other thing is? I have yet to open up the package. It is still sitting over there. So we're gonna get to that real soon. And
cool.
But all right, I guess let's get into without further ado, let's get into this week's books. I don't even know where to start. There's some I read, some I didn't.
Did you get the pack? Did you get the Blind Spears packs?
I got one.
You got a 10-pack, or did you just get one?
No, I just got one.
Okay.
I wasn't going too crazy, you know. I wasn't looking for a golden ticket. Figured I'd pick up one.
Christina.
So
thank you.
There we go. Yeah, check out Aaron right there. Psychotronic squirt gun. How's your morning? Right,
the morning was good. You know, I do the Wednesday premieres. I premiere a video for 5 minutes in the chat. You know, and I had friends in there, so that was a great thing. So I'm digging my Wednesday premieres for 5 minutes or whatever. So
nice.
Yeah,
good. And that's 9 a.m. Pacific time, right?
Yeah, 10 a.m. Pacific.
10 a.m. That's what it is. 10. All right.
So I start the day off good that way.
That's good. Start the day off with some friends.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Let me show off some of these books, and you can question my choices, my life choices.
What do you think you're doing, Will?
Right? All right. This is an interesting one. This is called Ghost Pepper. This is out of Image Comics. It's very like anime manga inspired, you know.
Ghost
Pepper. Not that characters are not extremely overpowered in Marvel or DC comics, but these characters do like some really weird stuff that breaks all rules of physics. And but if you ever watch like Dragon Ball Z or Full Metal Alchemist or any of the One Piece, you'll know, you know. So like this guy here, he's some kind of old guard that's no longer a guard for the but works for the military. And so this guy here is a chef. There's a whole story behind this, but he's a chef of a food truck, and he's trying to get this other food truck to reveal their secret recipe, the thing that makes their food.
Try to steal some clientele, huh?
All right. And you may lose me at times because after we had a nor'easter out here, and my the lines, if you will, the fiber optic lines, if you will, are or the cable lines are in need of repair. So on occasion, you know, the cable company I think is supposed to come tomorrow. Okay. But on occasion I will just cut out for like 5 seconds.
Well, stuff happens, you know?
Yeah. So, and it's really nothing I can do about it. Even trying, you know, I could do hardline, I could do Wi-Fi. It just cuts out. So
that sucks.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Life goes on. We keep pushing.
Hey, Three Good Nerds. Hello to you.
What's up? Three Good Nerds.
And I forgot to say thank you, Christina, for swinging by this morning when you did. That was awesome. She came and said hi this morning.
Nice. Christina's the best.
Yeah.
Where do I live? Oh yeah. So anyway, this guy here, former army something or other, but he like transforms into like some big robot thing with just like the push of a button. And so he's trying to stop this. So it's a food truck and another food truck, and there's like a ancient warrior who disappeared, but now he's back. And then there's a guy who's like ruling this wasteland, but everybody thinks he's the one who like saved the world, when in reality it's this other guy who came back. It is a lot of stuff going on in this book.
What issue is it?
Yeah, this is issue 3.
Okay, we already have a lot going on.
Yeah, issue 4 came out. Actually, issue 4 came out today. I just caught up with issue 3.
Okay.
It's fun. It does read, and it plays very much like an anime. So, like, if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z, there's like 10 episodes of just stuff happening, but none of it is important. I don't like. They're just powering up for 10 episodes, and that's kind of the feeling I get with this. So I don't know how many issues are here, but after reading 3, and I know 4 came out today, I'm not sure how much further I can go with this until we get like some concrete evidence of like that this book's going to go further. Yeah, this is probably something that's better read in a trade.
Okay,
honestly,
because you got to remember things as you're reading it month to month,
and that's the hard part, because there is like 3 separate storylines going on. So you've got the main character who's a food truck driver, Lolia. I don't know how to spell her name. It's like LOLLOLOI. So it's like Lololoi.
Oh, lols.
Lols. We'll just call it lols. And then you got this other guy, I think his name's Aaron, who like comes out of nowhere, but he's like super powered. He just punches people around. Cool. And he's like supposedly like saved the world. Then you got this guy, Baldar, who like took all the credit. So when the guy disappeared, he's like, I'm the one who saved the world. So everybody's like, in love with this guy. And then you've got like this special ops team that I guess this guy Aaron was part of, that they're just like, oh, he's back. We got to go find out, what happened to him. And so we don't really know too much about that special ops team, except they worked with the guy who's, can just punch things through walls. So
they're introducing new characters, but not really fleshing them out right away. It's happening fast. It's happening a lot.
They're like, here's a new character.
Here's a new character.
Good luck. So
that doesn't stay with that character.
Yeah, and the problem with that one, like you pointed out, is that you got to remember what happened the last issue, which isn't too bad if it's like the only thing you're reading.
Yeah.
But I read a lot of comics, so it gets hard to...
Starts blurring the storylines.
Blurred lines.
Now, I'm hearing good things about this. You like it? Did you read it? Yeah?
Yes. I saw Philip Kennedy Johnson at New York Comic Con, and cool guy, down to earth. But yeah, I enjoy this a lot. I think it's one of the best, if not the best, horror book, and that's saying something for a Marvel mainstream book, but the art kind of throws you into it. This is just a bunch of panels of one monster like just eating another monster. It's crazy. So Hulk gets thrown into they have it here, the Requiem plane, which is like basically where monsters are born, and he's got to like fight his way out. And he's just he goes to save Brother Voodoo, who gets trapped there. And he basically, for the most part, kind of gets Brother Voodoo out, but then all these monsters are like, you ain't going anywhere, Hulk. Yeah, and he's trying to fight his way out. The Abomination gets possessed. So he's fighting a possessed Abomination in this one.
Huh.
Yeah, there's just all sorts of craziness.
Art's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, look at that. You can see there's a lot of body horror happening
Yeah.
in this book.
Jeez.
And I don't want to
You don't want to spoil it?
I don't want to spoil what happens in this book because it just came out today. So we'll skip that page.
Something interesting.
Yeah. And it involves the Hulk and Bruce Banner. So
Okay.
I don't want to give away too much. I mean, there's just like these panels of monsters in this book, but it's just a really good read. Yeah. If I had to choose, books to keep in the Marvel universe, and I was maybe given 3 books.
That's coming out now.
Yeah, I would probably keep the Hulk. Now the thing is, I saw advertisements for a new Hulk book coming out next year, and so I have to do some searching to see if that Hulk book is coming to an end or not. Do some research, but it is really good. Honestly, it is well written. The art is great. It's definitely one of those books that probably maybe flies under the radar, but it's real good.
Cool.
All right. Let's move on. We got G.I. Joe.
Nice.
Yeah.
What number?
This is 13? 12.
No,
Excuse me.
12.
I was off. 12. So we've been introduced to a whole set of Joes, and like these are other Joes. So these are guys who I think at some point are going to get recruited, and
Are they new
not that they will
characters?
get recruited. What's that?
They're new characters.
They're new to the Energon verse.
Okay.
So the new cap. Sure if I'm still here or not, but I think we just had
you just freeze up,
Yeah. So this is a new character. Get her name. It's not Bullseye. It's something like Long Shot or something like that. Or Shooter. That's her
Okay.
name. Shooter. But then we have, Lady J. She's been around for a while. Flint, Beachhead, Beachcomber. These are like all like old school G.I. Joes who are just being introduced.
Okay.
To the comic. And then this is the one who's in color is the newest character. So cool story though.
You like how it's written?
Yeah. Joshua Williamson's writing it, and he's
I'll be right back.
pretty good. The art on this one was okay. Wasn't great, but it was it got the job done. Let's take a look. So basically, Shooter's been captured for a while. She's in captivity.
Cool.
The bad guys who captured her want her to like work for them. She refuses. And then this lady here, I think Ileana, I think is her name, wants to she's also an assassin. And the other dudes like beat up Shooter but don't kill her. And so she does. And then she's like, I'm gonna kill you to Shooter, like bringing her back to the to her cell. And she's like, I'm gonna kill you because I want that kill. I'm an assassin too. But Shooter manages to actually escape. But at the same time she escapes, a couple of her friends showed up to like rescue her. So she's like, come on, guys. It's like I was gonna get out. Like, have faith, whatever. But as they're pulling away, she makes like this incredible shot and basically takes out the woman who wanted to assassinate her. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah, and they all just look at her like. So,
who's writing this?
Joshua Williamson.
Okay.
So he's doing a real good job. And then we got some Destro and Cobra going on in here. So they've got a really interesting dynamic in the book. Destro's really like not, and I know they played it up in the cartoon too, where it seemed like he wanted to be a leader, but Destro's like, I don't work for you, Cobra Commander. He's like, if anything, I'm like an independent contractor. But he's like, I'm not
they always had that rivalry anyway.
Yeah. Major Blood, he lost in the last comic or 2 comics ago, he lost both his eyes. So he's got prosthetic eyes now. And that's pretty much it. And then last page, we got the Cobra poster up with some knives going through it. So people aren't too happy with Cobra Commander.
So what do you think so far, G.I. Joe?
I like it. I like everything in a John universe, honestly.
Okay.
So I can't, and they're keeping it fresh. So we just had a major storyline for about 10 issues with Cobra and G.I. Joe and, them setting up. So where's Cobra going? Where's G.I. Joe going? What's the rivalry? Who are the major players, etc.? Excuse me. And now at the end of that, they're now introducing, now that everything's set up, like here's your Joes, here's your Cobra, here's the bases, here are the weapons, here are the main players. Now they're starting.
Right. Yeah, dude.
Now they're starting to add more characters. So it's good. I like it. I like it a lot.
It comes out every 3 weeks or something?
Yeah, it's been pretty steady at about once a month, honestly.
Okay.
With the exception of, free comic book day version or some kind of special character special. Like they just had a Cold Slither special come out, which doesn't even tie into the Absolute, not Absolute, the Energon verse.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about that's the Dreadnoughts, and they form a band. And then at New York Comic Con, they had an actual Dreadnoughts band play.
Nice.
So, I don't know where they got the musicians and the band from, but they've been playing together for a while. So it was pretty fun. It was something interesting and well executed that they did. So, last book that I read. So these are just the books I read today, and then.
Yeah, so you get home, you read about 3 or 4 books right off the get, right?
Yeah. So depending on what time I get home, I try to read at least 3. There's been some days I can read all of them. There's some days I can only read 1 or 2. It really depends on how busy I am. But yeah, when I get home, I pull out the books and, get to reading. Last week, I'm still catching up from last week because last week was New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 2 weeks before that, I had gone on vacation, so I'm falling behind a little bit. But this is the time of year usually when that happens. So October, I start to fall behind. I catch up a little bit in November until Thanksgiving rolls around, and then from Thanksgiving to Christmas, it's a struggle to get the books read.
Sure, yeah, lots going on.
Yeah, luckily it's also a quiet time, so. There's not a lot of comic events happening during that period, They know so people are busy. Yeah. So it does allow everybody to catch up a little bit. All right. So the last one I read is Amazing Spider-Man number 14.
Look at that cover.
Yeah. So they're doing something really interesting with Amazing Spider-Man 14.
Spacefaring.
Yeah, what was that?
Spacefaring Spider-Man.
Yeah, so the even numbers, and I don't know how long it's going to go. Even numbers are kind of on Earth.
Oh, okay.
Odd numbers are in space. Space. So you've got like Spidey and his Guardians of the Galaxy happening, and then you've got on Earth, the story being told on Earth. And what's happened on Earth is since Spidey's battle with Hellgate, where Hellgate basically punched Spidey into space, on Earth, a couple of the guys have decided to, and nobody's asked Peter about this, but a couple of the guys decided to take his place, right? So Chasm or Riley, Ben Riley, has decided to be Peter Parker.
Oh,
Yeah, primarily because he wants a normal life. So he sees a void, right? He looks just like Peter. Peter Parker's gone, and he's like, "Oh, I can live a normal life by pretending to be Peter Parker. You know, I can live in his apartment. I can go to his job. I can work the 9 to 5."
so he's no longer an antagonist, right? Wasn't he an antagonist like a couple years ago or something? You know,
He was, and he still has the Chasm suit and so forth, but in the comic, so I'll show some pages, but in the comic, him and Hallows Eve, they bust some human traffickers, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, there's like $1 million here in blood money, so that we should just take that," right? You know, like so they're like, "Yeah, we busted the bad guys, and now we're just gonna take their money."
And Ben Riley's with doing that.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, what's up, Leia?
We got here
Parallax Spectre in the house. Yeah, Parallax. I don't want to get you upset, but I got some good ASM keys here. You know,
Nice.
I dropped in the Psychotronic chat. I told people to come on by if they got time. You know. What's up, Will?
I'm back. What's up? So guys, just whoever's watching, just know every once in a while, because of the nor'easter the other day, it damaged my
No excuse.
Yeah, no excuses. Play hard. So where was it? Yeah, so Ben Riley, he's pretending to be Peter Parker, and also occasionally, you know, beating up some bad guys and stealing their money. On the flip side, you have Norman Osborn pretending to be Spider-Man, and not doing a very good job at it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because he's so singular focused, and so he comes across as if you ever read the Superior Spider-Man run, he comes across in kind of that same vein.
Yeah.
Not as superior as Otto when he was pretending to be Spider-Man, but very much rough in that same vein. So the way that Norman Osborn attacks being Spider-Man is to like beat the enemy or the criminal into submission. So, you know, just stopping the criminal isn't enough. You know, he's got to make sure he like breaks a bone or something, just, you know, just to let the criminal know, like, don't do this again. But he does, the thing that Osborn struggles with is the fact that Peter's able to do this job and not be so forceful and not be so bothered by the criminal. You know, it doesn't force Peter to be extreme, whereas Norman's like, come on, you know, like yeah. So Captain Cave.
Well, before that, she said she'll call you Captain Cupford. I was like, Captain Cave. Well, we're just being silly.
Yeah. And son. I remember that. Captain Caveman and his son. All right. So let's take a quick look in this book. They do so at one point.
So you got Osborn impersonating Spidey, and you got Ben Riley impersonating Peter.
Yes. And if you know anything about Hallows Eve, Riley
was turncoat.
Yeah, she's Ben Riley's girlfriend, and she's impersonating Peter Parker's new girlfriend.
Wow.
So you can see he's still doing the chasm thing. You know, they fight the bad guys. Also in the last issue, Norman gets surrounded by the other spider
peeps.
Yeah, and they're like, because they realize that that's not Peter, and they're like, hey.
They're like, relax. Hey, what are you doing? Who are you? What's going on here?
Exactly. There's Hallows Eve working with Chasm. And let's see. Here's Norman. So at this point here, where Norman is meeting Peter and his boss, it's actually Ben Reilly. And so the boss doesn't know that that's Ben Reilly. She thinks it's Peter Parker. But Norman is like, hey, Peter, we got some stuff we need to talk about in private. And so, Ben Reilly is like, crap. He knows who I am.
He's winging it,
Yeah.
Poor Ben Reilly. He doesn't know what's going on in the day-to-day life of Peter.
No.
What do we got? We're going back to space now. We got
no, that's not space. A Spider Slayer.
So every other issue, it's a continuation of a different story, of the two different stories.
Basically, yeah, they're swapping back and forth. Here's Peter Parker's new girlfriend, who's not Peter Parker's new girlfriend. That's Hallows Eve in disguise. So if I move my finger over here, she's wearing one of the masks. Yeah. So Hallows Eve's power is, or the way she operates is she has different masks she can wear, and those masks let her betray whatever character the mask is.
Huh.
So if she wears a werewolf mask, she becomes a werewolf, Anyway, somebody sends a Spider Slayer after Norman Osborn. So Norman escapes and he puts back on the spider suit. Now this robot has no idea that,
so what's going on? So Norman doesn't have Spidey's powers, but he has web shooters, right? Because they know each other. The buddies now.
Yeah. So what Norman has is he still has, the enhanced ability that he has is the Green Goblin without the Green Goblin madness, if you will. Yeah. He's also got his gadgets and gizmos because he's Norman Osborn. But yeah,
he's no longer a gold Power Ranger on a glider or anything like that,
right? Right. So anyway, this Spider Slayer thinks that he's protecting Norman Osborn, and he's like, "Come on, man!" He's like, "Norman Osborn, he's a horrible human being, and he's done this, that, and the other, and he's like, and he's doing the Spidey thing." But at the same time that he's doing this, Norman has an inner monologue that's like, "This is what being Spider-Man's about. It's about saving people, not just beating up bad guys." So. The other thing with Spidey is, for Norman Osborn, is the more special he figures out Peter Parker is for the way he treats every event and everything that happens in his life and how he deals with it, no matter how difficult it is, the more I wouldn't say depressed, but the more unworthy that Norman Osborn feels. So. It's an interesting dynamic because he's trying really hard to be a really good Spidey, but the harder he tries, the worse he feels. And then we have Kintsung, I think is his name. Kintsung. He was like, I don't know, in a Captain America comic, and he's got like a shield, and he's now in the Spider-Man comics, and Spidey saved him a few times. So he's a character that keeps popping back up. So it's interesting. I don't know what they're doing with this Kintsung character. I think it's just people are just glossing over this character. So we'll see where it goes. But I think
you got more besides what you read, right? So you read 4 today, right?
There we are. I think they put in characters like Kintsung. I'm just assuming somebody heard what I was saying about that character. Because they're planning on doing like a new Champions book. So they're including.
I do like the cover.
These side characters in these books.
All
right.
Spider Goblin.
The Spider Goblin, yeah, he's a webby goblin. How much more than convoluted can this?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you got Spidey in space, and then on Earth you got Ben Reilly pretending to be Peter, and Norman Osborn pretending to be Spider-Man. I guess that's how you
so
get into it.
They all know each other. So, I mean, does Riley know? Doesn't Riley hate Norman Osborn? I mean,
yeah,
Norman Osborn disintegrated him at one time, right, or something.
Yeah. So the reason they're meeting is Ben Reilly's having lunch with his boss, or with Peter's boss, and Norman Osborn shows up, uninvited. And so when Norman walks up, if you've been following Spider-Man, Spidey or Peter and Norman have developed sort of a relationship. But when Norman walks up to the table, Peter has this very incredulous look. He's like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And so Ben Reilly didn't really know that Norman Osborn was Spider-Man. But Norman Osborn knows that Ben Reilly's Peter Parker. He's playing Peter Parker. So that's kind of why he was showing up to that meeting.
How does Ben Reilly know not to be Spider-Man, and who does he think that Spider-Man is?
He does it. So in the book, he doesn't want to be Spider-Man. He said he wants to be his own hero, which he can't. If he's Spider-Man, he can't be his own. So that's why he's still Chasm.
Right.
But he does want somewhat of a normal life, and he knows by like sliding into Peter Parker's life, he can then have that normal life that he's never really had,
So he doesn't know that whoever this other person is pretending to be Spidey, right?
Right. And I think
knows about it.
Right. And so when they have this meeting, though, Norman is telling Ben Reilly, "Hey, I know you're pretending to be Peter Parker." And then that's when the Spider Slayer robot shows up to terminate Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So now Norman's got some other enemy too that we're unaware of that send the Spider Slayer. Plus Norman is Spider-Man, but nobody knows that Norman Osborn is Spider-Man.
Who would have ever thought Norman Osborn would someday become Spider-Man?
Right?
So it's cool. You like it. It's switching things up.
It's fun. It's doing better than what the Zeb Wells.
Zeb Wells was all over the place.
Yeah. Which I think now Zeb Wells is off writing Marvel Zombies for DC. Nice. Not DC, Disney Plus.
Oh, you got that gig, huh?
Yeah. All right. Here's a book I didn't read this week. This is Absolute Flash. This will probably be one I catch up on after the show. It's been good so far.
Uh-huh. Thanks.
Yeah, it's been good so far.
Absolute Flash. Everyone loves Absolute Batman, right?
Yeah, Absolute Batman is it's bonkers, bananas, whatever. However you want to describe it.
Who was on ASM before Wells? That was pretty bad too.
The really long run before they rebooted to the next.
Nick Spencer.
Yeah, it was Nick Spencer.
Jeez, Leia, were you reading Nick Spencer, Amazing Spider-Man? Jeez, that's when I jumped out. I jumped out during SWAT. He was too hit or miss, and I tried getting into Spencer. Couldn't do that. I was just like, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, Nick Spencer. That was a rough read. I actually, so I was.
Who was the? It was Harry Osborn that ended up being the freaking that demon thing or whatever.
Oh, what was the name of it? The buggy thing?
Well, who cares?
Yeah. It was So it was some kind of, well, it was two. I'm trying to remember the name of the character.
Wells was worse than Spencer. Wow.
Wells was way worse. I don't know. I'm very forgiving. But Nick Spencer took like 50 issues to like introduce a character, like just had him in the background.
Yeah.
Kindred.
The whole time he's being in the background. He wasn't doing anything. I'll get you, Spider-Man.
So it's like
being like Harry Osborn or something stupid.
Yeah. Got a Zdarsky thing.
The Nun.
It's
the Nun. That's what Leia is. Leia's a nun. She's so innocent.
Yeah. So it's not even The Nun is not the title of the comic. It's called Marian Heretic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I haven't read it yet. But it's one of those books where the nun, does a lot of beating up people. So see what else do we got here. Oh, I don't know why, but the preview of the Marvel books was really thick this month. So it's got me thinking come January and February, they're gonna have a lot of books coming out.
So Parallax Spectre has Beanie, it's her little girl, and she's Meanie. So there's Meanie and Beanie.
I can't stand that art. I could see why that would make people think the Zeb Wells run is a lot worse with all the JR they've been having. I'm filled with Jesus love.
I just said that she's a nun. Are you curious what I got here? How many comics are you gonna show?
Yes, I'm gonna do real quick. Just show the last ones I bought this week, and then we'll get to that. We got Spawn. Never a bad Spawn cover, so we'll get to that. McFarlane's back to writing it. That's some Spawn.
Nice.
And cardstock. So you're paying $3.99, but you get cardstock.
Yeah, he's up in. I think they were doing cardstock anyway when they were $2.99. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he was.
But he needs the money just like everybody else.
I think this was the last issue, but I'm not sure, of this mini called Bloodletter.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, when Spawn used to be out, well, he's still Al Simmons, but he used to do a lot of like wet work, like undercover. Al Simmons used to do a lot of bad things for the military.
Oh, you're freezing up.
Yeah.
You're freezing up again.
I froze. Al Simmons.
Yeah.
Al Simmons used to do bad things, and so that person, what Bloodletter is about a character who wants to get revenge, not realizing that Spawn is now trying to be a good guy.
What up, Cali Comics?
Cali Comics in the house.
What up, Cali? Thanks for being here, dude.
Oh, last two books. Let's do them quick. We got Doom, One World Under Doom. This is the ending.
Still doing that.
Yeah, this should be the last issue of One World Under Doom.
Did it get good?
And then Catwoman. I like Catwoman. It's being, it's written really well. It's telling some good stories. So they've stripped down Catwoman to her bare essence. It's not like she's doing superhero stuff.
Right.
It's sometimes it's about the things she did in life coming back to kind of haunt her and just kind of dealing with that
in the past.
Yeah. And then we did get one of these.
Yeah, you didn't get your 10-pack though.
Nah.
That's okay.
So we just got one. Just one. That's all we need.
People got ripped off on their 10-packs.
That's horrible.
According to the chat I read.
Oof. All right. Let's see
what
you got.
You guys. My friends, Hans, the great YouTuber. He's been doing this for a super long time. I don't know, 20 years maybe. And he's so knowledgeable. and he's a really cool guy, and he's helping me get my ASM together slowly. I've showed Will my old stuff that I got from him, right, Will? I showed you that before.
Yeah.
I actually got the second like Green Goblin and the first like Craven and the first Beetle and all this stuff, you know. So he says, yeah, best regards to me. And I just love Hans. Now, I'm so excited about this, you guys, because one of these keys, I had both these keys before, and I had to sell all my stuff in 2008. And, I mean, keys were a thing in 2008, but they're not like they are now, you know. Like, I still need to get McFarlane's first 3 ASMs, and I'm not even that excited about getting those, but these are around, especially one of these. No, both of them, actually. I'm very excited about. You know what I mean?
Know what you mean.
And wow, Hans, thank you so much, man. Because these are valuable comics, and so he knows how to pack, and I should have done all this already. No, here's a tab, right?
There you go.
A tab. A tab. Another tab.
The tabs help. The tabs do help.
But this leads to the suspense of it all anyway, all right, you guys?
Speaking of Spider-Man, while you open that, I got at New York Comic Con, I got these are Magic the Gathering cards. So
Nice. I heard about those, dude.
Peter Parker, and then Peter Parker flips over
Uh-huh.
and becomes the Amazing Spider-Man.
Dude. He gave me something I needed.
Uh-oh. Let's flip it.
And I didn't even pay for this. All right. He gifted me another key that I used to have. But let's start with this first key. You guys want to? Should I open it first? Huh? Should I do this? Dun, dun, dun. First Black Cat. Yeah! I, of course, grew up on the Black Cat. This is her first appearance, and this could be pressed out and all that if I wanted to, but I like to keep these raw. I don't know. I just want the run, you know? But this is Keith Pollard. It's not – the next one's going to be John Romita Jr., who Leia was dissing. His classic – she knows classic JR. JR is pretty good. So thank you so much for that. Oh, my God.
That's
isn't
so
nice
cool.
Isn't it nice when you could fill in a gap, right? With an important comic. This is a very important comic to me.
That's
I remember like the Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man where he's holding her and she's like dripping blood.
Ooh.
Remember that? At Death's Door. The whole thing was that she stumbled into to the gang war. Doc Ock and the Owl. They were having a gang war. And she almost died from that. And it was so gripping when I was a kid. All right, you guys, I had this one, and this is even a better copy than what I had over 15 years ago. I'm so excited about this because this is actually my era. This is good John Romita Jr. too. First Hobgoblin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Woo-hoo!
Newsstand.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I guess that, it's got, I don't care as long as I have it, right? And what's awesome is it has the tattoos.
Nice.
So
that's key. That's more important than the book being like mint. The tattoos, everybody's like, does it have the
everyone
tattoos?
wants those tattoos. And this is when John Romita Jr. This is the stuff I grew up on, you guys. I grew up on John Romita Jr. when he got onto Amazing Spider-Man, and it was just really awesome stuff. I mean, I was reading the Marvel Tales too, so I was concurrently exposed to Ditko and Romita Sr. and all that goodness all at once. Okay, so this one's not as good of a key, but it's a great comic to have. The next one, that he out and out gave me. Got one more to show. He out and out gave me this one.
Gave it to you.
Live on Cupo Comics channel. The unboxing of keys.
I mean, those were some.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I needed that first of Hobgoblin. I never knew if I never thought I would get it or something, but I got it. Now this one, you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah, he just gave me this.
That's cool too. I mean, I think
Death
we know
of
who
Elektra,
won.
right? This is Death of Elektra.
Yeah. We know who lost.
Frank Miller.
Yeah, classic
Ross
Frank.
Jansen. Nice and clean and with a sheen.
Nice.
You know? So I am so excited. Wow, I'm blown away, man. I'm going to leave Hans a voice message now. Wow.
Yeah, that is
That was beautiful, man.
super dope.
Dude, that was super awesome. You know, that was, I'm going to tell him right now.
Yeah, those are some.
Hans, you freaking rule, man. You freaking rule. Thank you so much for that. You know, you gave me another key and I didn't even pay for it, man. You know, I'm live on Will's channel right now. But thanks, man. Death of Elektra. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Isn't that cool, you guys? And that's it. I mean, I could pull out more stuff that I got from Sean, but I think you got more stuff to show, right? You know?
I showed off a lot of stuff the other day from Comic-Con, but I guess I could pull out. I don't know. Anybody want to see New York Comic-Con books?
AJ Clafont. Who is Aaron? That's what I want to know. Who am I? And why am I here?
What's up, AJ?
What up, dude?
AJ's one of my subscribers.
Thanks, dude.
Big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Knows a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Aaron. So AJ, Aaron used to. He started. He was the originator of this show, and
yeah, I'm the
graciously-
originator of the show. Don't
Yeah.
you know?
Graciously handed the keys over to me, and then I love having Aaron on when he's available.
I'm the creator of the show. Don't you know?
Don't.
So why don't I show you a couple more things? Some more good books I got from Sean.
Were you on early enough to see this guy?
No, dude.
Yeah.
No.
I put this together. So Christina did a thing. It's not done yet. We're still working on it. It's supposed to be kind of like he's looking at you like. So that's why one eye is kind of squintier than the
It
other.
looks cool, man. I like it.
Yeah. So they're supposed to auction that off for C3. So I got a couple of final touches to put on, and then I'm going to mail it off, and then hopefully it'll get on the show.
I got this from I called Sean, my friend Sean. I drive out 2 hours to see him. I did that last Monday. Yeah, it was only 2 days ago. I chauffeur my wife to Seattle so she could go to these wine tasting things, right?
Yeah.
And then I jet out about an hour north, and I go to my friend Sean, who just buys comics. That's all he does is hunt for comics, and I get these on the cheap. So here's one of them I got, but I buy a lot, you know.
Right.
But Silver Age Daredevil, you guys can totally get this stuff, you know.
Nice. Yeah, Callie, I know Paul. I did an interview for Paul a while back. It was his longest interview to date.
Barry Smith, old Barry Smith.
Barry Smith Windsor.
Barry Windsor Smith, you guys. Old Daredevil. Pretty cool. Yeah.
Aaron, glad you love the books. Glad they arrived safely.
Yeah. Thank you.
That'd be
so
sad
much.
if those guys didn't arrive.
I just left you a voicemail, Hans, live on Will's channel. Man, you freaking rock, buddy. And I know sometimes, you know, you guys got to watch his stuff. He's great. he just turned the camera on and show you his old comics. I think it was a rib. Was it a rib tickler? Like these old golden age comics, man. I never heard of, and it's a lot of fun. You know,
The rib tickler.
you want me to stop showing these? I got from Sean recently.
No, you can show those. Those are nice.
This is a nice one. It's nice and clean with a sheen.
Nice.
You know,
Mayor Bloomberg.
dude. Unicorn's just gonna. He had enough of Iron Man here. Pretty cool, man. I just love. I've been reading the Kree in Skrull War reprint. It was pretty good. It had some Neil Adams in there, but I don't know if the reprint, if the ink and the colors are different than the original or something. Something didn't seem right, you know.
Ooh.
Should I open this one? Is it better when I open them?
Show the
So I
interior.
get a whole bunch of comics from Sean, and then I do my Monday show, you guys, where I do a claim show, and I also trade with friends. I don't make money from doing it, you know. I just have fun. But this is the reason why I don't buy new comics right now. Don Heck is everyone's favorite Marvel artist.
You don't buy new ones because you're buying boxes and boxes of the old stuff.
Well, why should I spend money that way, you know? And
No.
and then I could afford if I don't buy the new comics, then I can afford getting the back issues, the old silver and bronze and copper that I really want, you know?
Yeah. Thank you, Captain Strangelove. I appreciate that.
Yeah, cool, Hans. You guys totally sub up Captain Strangelife.
Yeah. Hans says
But
I have
he's
a
been
cool
doing this
channel.
for a long time, and a lot of people know who he is. He inspired a lot of people to do their own channels, but man, this guy he knows his stuff. And I just want to thank you, Hans, because I was bragging earlier. I have the second Green Goblin. You know, I have the first Kraven. I have the first Beetle. I have the first cameo of Mary Jane Watson. It's all because of Hans. You know, I have these bragging rights now. I think we got some Gene Colan art here. Hey, Alex Big Blue, what's up, man?
Alex Big Blue in the house. What's up? Can't go wrong with Silver Age Avengers.
Yeah, dude. Submariner against Doom. Throwdown. And we get some Gene Colan. I love Gene. There's something about Gene Colan, like it's like his shading, his I don't know if he always does his own inks or something, but it's always like almost like misty, or it's hard to describe. But Gene Colan is freaking awesome, man. I can't believe I got my keys back. I got the Death of Elektra back from. That was a surprise, Hans. I'm so happy about that. You don't know.
Look at this smile on Aaron's face. We know.
I really
Ear to ear.
I regret not having that one. Whenever I see go-go checks, I think of my friend Rod, Dr. Silver Age. Pretty cool, man. I like silver and bronze Green Lantern. It tends to be psychedelic, although I think this is Gil Kane. Not everyone loves Gil Kane, but I like him. But that's
Gil
cool.
Kane.
Yeah, Gil Kane in the membrane. I get that from Higgy. Every time I hear Gil Kane, and also, he's controversial with the noses. The nose is either up or the nose is down with Gil Kane. You know, and Micah has his own theme song about Gil Kane alerts and stuff like that. Marvel premiere, Frank Bruner, Doctor Strange. Isn't that cool, man? The doorway to doom. No man walks twice through the doorway to doom. Frank Bruner art, man, it's just beautiful.
Frank Bruner. Yeah,
dude.
That's dope.
It is dope, dude. So I want all these Marvel premieres. My friend Sandman Mystery Comics just did a review of a lot of Ditko's Doctor Strange. I guess that was one of Ditko's best work is Doctor Strange. Of course he created it, but just the psychedelia that I like, it's like, wow. Here we have some Ramita Senior.
Oh yeah.
And, later they homaged this in Civil War in the early 2000s during Civil War. Do you remember that, Will?
Squash Goes the Spider. Yes. That's so cool. Captain Strangelove, I found you. I got to subbed you up too as well. Looks you're
very cool. I should go in there and just like start dropping all your links so you can sub each other up.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, well, I'll stop showing stuff here. And isn't this great though? I got all this Monday and I got the I'll stop there for now. Maybe next Tuesday I'll show stuff on Roger's show, Metarog. I love going on Metarog show. But I'm gonna drop your guys' link in there while Will takes it away from here, right, Will?
All right, I will do. All right, so AJ, we'll do a celebrity interview when I can get a celebrity to come on my channel.
Might as well get Captain Strangelove.
Yeah, or if I go to a con, maybe I can get a quick shout out, if you will. Aaron, you're a comic book lover, eh? Says AJ.
All right, so I'm going to start dropping links here. You'll start seeing them. I'm going to go to channel and
drop the links.
Hans, love you, man. Really, thank you.
Yeah, Hans has a pretty cool channel. I mean, I just briefly saw it for a few seconds, but it looks like there's some really cool stuff on there. If you're into like Silver Age and stuff, it looked right off the bat.
Gold Age, all kind, and his knowledge is awesome.
Gold and silver, all the good stuff. All right, I already showed all these books today, so we'll move those books over here. And then what else do we have? We got some more books over here. So at New York Comic Con, I also have this blind bag. So we'll be opening another one of these. This was actually given to me with a purchase at the con. So
nice.
I think people just bought so many, they're just giving them away. Ryan Drummond. Yeah. I was going to try to get to him at New York Comic Con, but it was, I don't think you, if you haven't been there just on certain days, it's just, there's just so many people at the con. They've broken records with like 6 figures. They've had over 100,000 people visit. It's insane.
For those of you who don't know, he just went to New York Comic Con just over the weekend, right?
Yeah. So I did bump into Jenny Frizen, and I got one book made out to at Couple Comics.
Nice, dude. She's a good artist.
From Jenny Frizen, yeah. And then so Andrew WK, I believe is his name. He Andrew CK, sorry, did this. Did this cover, and I had him just sign this one. So I didn't get very many signatures this year, which is different than what I usually do most years. So,
you didn't get as many?
Yeah, didn't get as many signatures this year. I got a free Umbrella Academy book while I was there. This is the 2nd volume, I believe, Plan B.
Cool.
Yeah, so what else did we get while we were there? We got issue 1 of The Future Is. I didn't realize this was like such a thick book. I don't. But I haven't read it yet, but it does look, you don't open it and go ill with the art. So this was another freebie.
Cool. What were the highlights? You know, you already went over this in probably a video, but what was the highlights for you? You know,
Oh well, that video hasn't come out yet.
Okay. maybe I should. This would be a spoiler though.
No, highlights for me. Well, one was just hanging out with like this is just down to earth talk. Was just hanging out with some friends who I don't really get to see except at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
So that's cool when you get to meet up. Well, when I get to meet up with them, it's
That's
kinda
part. Yeah, that's the reason why I go to. I'm kind of not even interested so much anymore. Only meeting my friends actually at cons and stuff. That's where it's at. You know.
Yeah. So it
Of
was
course,
funny.
you know, you want to get all the good stuff too. But
Yeah. Well, they give a ton of good stuff out. So one day I was walking out of the con and walking in through like the same set of doors with Scott Snyder. So that was an interesting crossing of paths because it was like I just said, "Hey Scott," like, you know, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
cool.
Speaking of Jim Carrey, he's going to be in the live action Jetsons movie. All right. There's Parallax.
Spectre.
What else do we have? AJ wants you to know, Aaron, that they live in Australia.
Oh, cool. My best friend, who's now an American citizen, her name's Emma, and she's from Queensland. Right, Margaret?
Nice.
Emma.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think your clothes are dry.
Oh, yeah, my clothes are dry. My clothes are ready.
It's dry.
Could you just put them out right here for now?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I finished off some laundry today. Walmart is kind of getting into the collectible game, and so to let people know that they will be selling through a Walmart marketplace, Walmart gave away free comics at the New York Comic Con, including this Transformers number 25.
Nice.
And if I could pull the backboard out, maybe. On the back, it's on there somewhere. Let's see. It says Walmart. There it is. Walmart. And Shortbox, which has their own app, will be joining Walmart on the marketplace as well. I've actually used Shortbox a couple of times. I've never been disappointed with it. So
nice.
Pretty good app.
Yeah, dude.
Here's another one of the books they gave away. Yosagi Yojimbo Ashcan. Kaito.
Keep hearing that's a great. That's just another thing to read. But it's a classic for decades, right? Yosagi Yojimbo. Wait, I can't. Okay. So how many Comic Cons have you been to? I can't say I was the Comic Con champ, but the only ones I've been to out here in Washington is Emerald City Comic Con. And that was fun back in the day, but not so much now. It turned into something different. But you used to be able to get comics on the cheap during Comic Cons, you know. But I'll still go to Comic Cons. I'll still meet up with my friends. I think that's where it's at for me now. All these friends I talk to, screen time and all this stuff, you know, it would be quite a trip just to meet them in the flesh. I've done that only with a few people so far, you know.
Yeah, you said Emerald City's changed. It's become more of like a pop culture.
Yeah, it's more like it's not to put it down. Like, thank you, Margaret.
But that's what
this is
New York
Margaret.
Comic Con now is very much is very much a pop culture con.
But I hear there's Comic Cons that deal just with back issues and stuff like that.
Yes, that's Heroes Con in North Carolina. That's pretty much what that is.
We got the grill going on over here.
Nice.
Let me know if that's too much noise.
No, I love the sizzle.
Hear the sizzle.
Who doesn't love a little sizzle? This is another Walmart book, Marvel Zombies. Anybody out there watch Marvel Zombies on Disney Plus?
Nope. Is it too loud, you guys? Because I could
No.
get out of here.
No, it's not too loud. We'll head out in a minute. Maybe after I show the Walmart books. This is a Wonder Woman, Woman of Tomorrow variant by.
Nice.
That's by Walmart. Walmart was just giving away books.
Yeah, we got Walmarts out here, but they were doing Walmart exclusive stuff a few years back, but not in my area.
With the bags and stuff. Yeah, definitely check out Marvel Zombies. I was a big fan. I've seen almost seen the first 2 issues. I'm almost done with the first issue. They were giving away Peach Momoko books at the CGC booth. Not giving it away.
Nice. Oh,
yeah. So it was free, but I had to submit a book, and then I got that for free. But the cool thing is, I had a Todd McFarlane signed Spawn book with a Peach Momoko cover, and CGC is doing a signing with Peach Momoko. She didn't come to New York Comic Con. She actually hasn't gone to any and she hasn't gone to any con in the United States.
Wow, I didn't know that.
This year.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I could have sworn people got their stuff signed, but
she has gone in the past.
Yeah.
But this year she didn't come back for whatever reasons. I'm sure
she made quite a name for herself. People were up and down. It seemed like her work wasn't consistent, but now it's like she's just a household name,
Yeah. Tune in with Jim Cummings.
Hey, what's up, Rising Rhino?
The Rhino's in the house. Ayo. But hey, so Rhino and I have been doing some
football and sports
stuff.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. Here's a Harley Quinn cover I got for DCKO. It's got
Harley Hans
championship belt. So we'll see who wins. There was some interesting talk coming out of DC at the con, including crossovers. So
we got Will Frozen, people. Look at
Homelander.
It was a serious look you had on your face when it froze like that.
Yeah. So DC's doing some crossovers, and Homelander from The Boys is one of the characters that's crossing over. There was a couple of them, a bunch of them. So that was crazy. This is a foil of Maryland Heretic, the new Image book that came out. So I got to read that at some point. And this will be the last book I show. Actually, I'll show this, and I'll show one of the books I almost got signed, but I didn't.
All right, dude.
Another Something That's Killing the Children.
Wow, cool cover.
Yeah.
You're still reading that, too. I should reread all mine. I have the first one. I always brag about that. I still have the first print of Something's Killing the Children.
Yeah, that's a big book to have.
It's a big book, isn't it? The recent Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the first print. Is that a big book?
Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah,
the recent one.
Yeah, it's.
Why?
It's big-ish. Because it's. I
might just sell it.
It's semi in continuity, meaning it exists in a world that has influence on what's happening.
Is it Peter's first kids like that too?
Yeah. So yeah, you have Peter's first kids, which is not. They did Renew Your Vows though a couple of years ago. So
it's not that even.
He's got a son in this one. No
one can beat Mayday anyway. They should bring Mayday back.
Mayday, yeah. But it's just a whole new Peter, and it's a Peter Parker that it's the kind of the fan service. It's kind of what the fans wanted was this Peter Parker, but it's not the Peter Parker.
Yeah, they're married with kids.
So, with the family, still married to MJ, those things. So, but yeah, that Harley Quinn made me think of Tank Girl. I don't know why. Oh, Tank Girl doesn't she carry around a big hammer? I know she has a tank. Whoop whoop, Cup of Khan. That's right. I'm still tired from that.
Man, that was so much fun opening that package I got from Hans on here. I love doing that. That was great.
That was fun.
That was great.
I'm getting tired.
Three bangers in a way.
Those were three.
Death of
phenomenal-
Elektra. That was a gift. That Death of Elektra. That was awesome.
That's cool. Two great Spidey.
Oh my gosh, that was my childhood too. Especially the Hobgoblin one. I had that one. I had Black Cat's first appearance too. That was a little before my time that I can remember. I've been reading Spidey since I can remember on and off. They gave me the Spider-Man comics when I was a kid. I was like 7 or something, 6 or 7.
Very cool. All right, I'm gonna leave us with one last book, and then it's almost 10:30. I think we can get out of here. Well, 10:30 on my coast. So I brought this to get signed, and I don't know why I didn't. I don't know, something about it froze because I didn't want to let this out of my hands because I've had this for a little bit. But this is the very first Spawn on a cover. This is kind of like one of the preview books, though.
That's a cool cover.
But yeah, this is Spawn, Malibu Sun Spawn by Todd McFarlane. Actual Todd McFarlane not signature, but artwork on the cover. So
should I do
Todd
this?
was there, and I thought about getting it signed, and then I didn't.
Should I not smoke my pipe?
I don't know.
AJ,
Why is Aaron smoking? It is a pipe.
I like pipe tobacco. I don't smoke the other
that's all
stuff,
I know.
guys. I don't do that. If you guys do, that's fine. Oh, you're frozen up again, dude. Malibu got a bad rap, man. Hey, the comic vet. Thanks for being here. Will kind of froze up on us here.
I did.
Oh, there he is.
I'm back.
He's back.
Thank you. Yeah, so I think this is a good time. That was the longest freeze we've had all night, so this might be a good time to head out.
Yeah, that was. I gotta say, I love coming on the show. Thank you for having me, Will.
Thank you for
especially love
venting.
this show. I especially love this show, opening up some keys I need for my ASM run.
Yes. Thank you for inventing the show and then gifting me.
I'm the creator of the show, and I was like, Will, you can have it.
He's the creator, executive producer, and co-host.
Yeah.
But yes, awesome. All right, little dancing.
You're gonna do your little.
I guess I could play some music. I got that somewhere. Here we go.
Thank you for being here, friends.
But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here with New Comic Book Day. Why?
New Comic Book Day. Why?
Why?
And then Will shows some good stuff.
Yes.
Will's a reader, you guys. Some people, are like, I don't like new comics. I'm kind of in that crowd, but Will reads his stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
I do. I try to read it. I don't just buy comics to hopefully one day hit the big comic. Besides, at this point, I bought so many comics. It doesn't matter if I hit a $10,000 comic or something like that. I've already spent too much money to profit. So I just like to read my comics. It's
AJ,
fun.
you want me to direct the film?
Yeah.
Hey,
Aaron
thanks.
does a lot of cool things, AJ. You might want to check it out. He does music.
I tell a story.
Videos. He tells stories. Yeah. You work with other people and create,
Yeah.
these interviews that are really, I don't know,
I
interactive.
subbed you up, AJ.
Take the tens of
I want to
dollars.
thank Big Blue for swinging by. I see Big Blue a lot on the Instagram, and I don't know why I wasn't subbed up to him. That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, this was great.
Would you make a
Or-
DC movie or a Marvel movie before we head out?
Would I know Marvel better. I mean, I've read a lot of DC, but I know Marvel better. So
And for those of you who didn't know, AJ's real name is Robert.
Robert. Hi, Robert. My brother's name Robert too.
I never. No, well, I don't have any brothers named Robert. I had a girlfriend whose his name was Robert. He was very hard. He not hard. Make a long story short, he was like a transit police officer, and so one day I visited, and he was like, "Hey, want to try my bulletproof vest and make sure it works?" And I was like, "No, thank you, sir."
Make sure it works.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
he's not doing you any favors.
No.
Hey,
Oh,
Callie,
good.
thanks a lot, man. And I'm looking forward to your creations too. Callie Comics he's creating his own comics. He's a comic lover. He stopped doing videos, but he interacts a lot with people. So thank you, Callie. Really appreciate you, man.
Callie's a real supporter of the community.
Yeah, I met him on the Psychotronic chat I have on IG. And
Nice.
yeah, cool dude.
That chat just keeps popping.
It's fun. I like that
By the
chat.
time I catch up, I have nothing to say. I'm like, everything's been said.
I like
But
it. It's chaos.
all right, I'm back. All right, I'm back just in time to say bye.
All right, you guys. You have a wonderful night, and thanks for everything.
You have anything happening you want to shout out before we head out?
Not really. I might go live Friday because I'm going to introduce a new character called Dr. Clarissa Cates, who's obsessed with curing mental illness. So,
All right.
I might do that Friday, or I might not. But other than that, it's going to be my Monday claims sale, comic book claim sale Mondays, 3 p.m. Pacific, with 2 other guys. And I also do trades, you guys. I don't really make a lot. I don't make any money actually from doing it. That's the day I really get to have fun with my comic book friends. But I do show comics as claims. So
Nice. Very cool. All right. And that's about it. Guys, you could join me on Monday nights for the flagship Monday Night Raw books.
raw
And then,
books.
Hey, other than that, subscribe, hit that bell, and you can get all of our great content between me and this dude.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, Will.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it when you're here. It makes
Cool.
time fly, and it's a good time.
Awesome. Yeah. I plan on being here as much as I can, man.
Awesome. I'm just sad I'm not there because there's a grill.
Yeah. Now the grilling has commenced. So
Yes.
I mean finished up. So
Finished. So I'm sure you got to go eat some of that before it gets cold.
yeah, I'll be eating something.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Peace, deuces, we're out.
See you on the
Deuces.
next one.
And we're out of here. Maybe. Yeah.